seems.
The 1980s had a softer heartbeat than we remember. Between neon lights and loud hair, there was music that whispered instead of shouted.
Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Soft rock lived in car radios at sunset, in cassette clicks after long days, and in those quiet moments when the world finally slowed down. These songs weren't chasing cool. They were chasing feelings. If you were there, you didn't just hear them, you leaned on them. And if you weren't, you can still feel the warmth. Today, we're rewinding to 15 soft rock hits that define the decade. You see, the older we get, the deeper these songs seem to land. Stick around. The last song is worth the wait. Number 15, I'll Be Over You by Toto. Toto always sounded like emotional control wrapped in studio perfection, and this song proved it. Released in 1986, I'll Be Over You quietly climbed the charts and settled into late-night radio like a trusted confession. It wasn't flashy, but it didn't need to be. The sadness sat calmly, like someone pretending they're fine while clearly not. Here's the thing, this song never begged for attention. It let you come to it, usually alone, usually tired. Compared to Toto's bigger hits, it felt restrained, almost grown up. Some thought it lacked drama. Time disagreed. Today, it feels wiser than most breakup songs. Not angry, not bitter, just acceptance with a soft ache underneath. That kind of honesty never really goes out of style. Number 14, Holding Back the Years by Simply Red.
Thinking of the fear I've had so long.
This song sounded like memory the moment it arrived. Released in 1985, it reached number 1 in the US and somehow felt older than the decade itself. Mick Hucknall didn't sing this song so much as confess it, quietly and without armor.
Listen to the fear that's gone.
The production was sparse by 80s standards, which made it stand out even more. No big hooks, no flashy tricks, just space, regret, and reflection. Radio embraced it, but so did anyone who felt time moving faster than expected.
Wrangled by the wishes of fate.
But then age sneaks in. What once felt dramatic now feels painfully accurate.
Get to me the sooner or later.
It's less about sadness and more about realizing you can't rewind life. And honestly, that realization hits harder the longer you carry it.
I've been waiting for a girl like you.
Number 13, Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner.
Come into my life.
This song waited longer than most. In 1981, it famously spent 10 weeks at number 2 without ever reaching number 1. Still, it felt unavoidable. Foreigner slowed everything down and leaned fully into longing.
I've been waiting for a girl like
What made it special was patience. The song didn't rush, it hovered. Compared to their harder-edged hits, this one showed restraint and vulnerability, which surprised a lot of listeners at the time.
love that will survive.
Some people later called it too soft, too earnest, but that sincerity is exactly why it lasted. There's no irony here, just hope stretched across 5 minutes. It reminds you of believing love would eventually show up. Back then, that belief felt completely reasonable.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Number 12, All Out of Love by Air Supply.
I know you were right, believing for so.
Air Supply never did subtle halfway. All Out of Love, released in 1980, went straight for the heart and stayed there. It soared up the charts and became a soft rock cornerstone almost overnight.
Am I without you? I can't be too late. Just say
This was vulnerability with the volume turned up emotionally. Yes, it's dramatic. Yes, it leans hard into heartbreak, but that was the point. In a decade full of gloss, Air Supply wore their feelings openly. Over time, some called it too much, too earnest, too sincere. But honestly, that sincerity is why it survives. It sounds like someone who hasn't learned to protect themselves yet.
carry me home, away from these long, lonely.
And sometimes, that kind of emotional bravery feels refreshing. Drop a yes in the comments if this song brings you a lot of memories.
It's hard for me to say I'm sorry.
Number 11. Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago.
After all that we've been through, I will.
This song marked a turning point for Chicago. Released in 1982, it pushed the band fully into softer territory and straight to number 1. Gone were the horns and complexity. In their place came apology, vulnerability, and restraint.
After all that's been said and done.
Fans were divided back then. Some missed the old sound. Others leaned into this gentler version without hesitation. Radio certainly did. But then perspective kicks in. This song aged better than expected because apologies never go out of style.
From your body.
It doesn't over-explain. It just admits fault and hopes for grace. That kind of emotional maturity feels rare now.
Far away from the one.
And if you're enjoying this rewind so far, drop a comment with the song that hit you hardest growing up. Number 10. One More Night by Phil Collins. By the mid-80s, Phil Collins was everywhere, but One More Night showed his quiet side. Released in 1985, it climbed all the way to number 1 without raising its voice. This wasn't stadium drama or explosive hooks. It was late-night radio softness, the kind that played while streetlights blurred past your windshield and thoughts lingered longer than planned. Here's the thing, its simplicity was the risk. No big payoff, no flashy production, just patience and longing.
Just staring at the phone.
Some fans wanted more punch, but time rewarded the restraint. Today, it feels disarmingly honest.
Was wondering, should I call you?
Like someone admitting they don't need forever, just one more moment. That kind of vulnerability still sneaks up on you when you least expect it.
I'll be back in the high life again.
Number 9. Back in the High Life Again by Steve Winwood.
All the doors I closed one time will open up.
This song felt like sunlight after a long stretch of clouds. Released in 1986, it became Steve Winwood's triumphant return, climbing the charts and soundtracking everything from car commercials to graduation parties. It blended optimism with polish, sounding like a deep breath after years of holding one in.
All the eyes that watched me once will smile and tell.
But then you really listen, and it's not just happy, it's hopeful. There's a difference. Winwood wasn't chasing youth, he was reclaiming joy. Over time, some called it dated, wrapped too tightly in its era.
Still out there, and you're like you used to be.
Still, it endures because second chances never go out of style.
Let the good times come in, and we won't stop till
It sounds like believing life can still surprise you, even after disappointment.
you don't know me by now.
Number 8. If You Don't Know Me By Now by Simply Red. Simply Red didn't just cover this song in 1989, they quietly claimed it. Their version climbed the charts and became definitive for a new generation. Mick Hucknall delivered every line with restraint, letting emotion breathe instead of overselling it.
Break up our happy home. Oh, I don't get so.
It felt intimate, like a conversation that should have happened years earlier. What makes this version last is clarity. No reinvention, no tricks, just emotional truth. Over time, it became less about romance and more about understanding, or the lack of it.
If you don't know me, you will never.
And honestly, that hits harder as life gets messier. It reminds you how much goes unsaid, and how knowing someone deeply is still the rarest kind of connection.
You're the inspiration.
Number 7. You're the Inspiration by Chicago.
Feel into my life. You're the inspiration.
This song became a promise people actually meant. Released in 1984, it shot up the charts and quickly turned into a wedding staple, slow dance favorite, and late night dedication classic. Chicago fully embraced sincerity here,
I know that it's plain to see,
letting romance take center stage without apology. Yes, it's sentimental. Yes, it wears its heart openly. But that openness is why it survived. While trends shifted and irony crept into pop culture, this song stayed steady.
So love when we are together.
It sounds like commitment before cynicism sets in. Listening now, it feels less like a grand gesture and more like reassurance.
From tonight until the end of time.
The kind you don't appreciate until you really need it.
Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You wanna know my name?
Number 6, Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You by Glenn Medeiros.
How much I love you. One thing you can be sure.
This song arrived with pure, uncomplicated devotion. Released in 1987, it became a global hit and a soft rock staple almost overnight. Glenn Medeiros sounded young, earnest, and completely sincere, which made the song feel like a handwritten note instead of a polished performance. Over time, some dismissed it as too simple, too sweet, but that simplicity is exactly why it endures.
The road ahead is not so easy. I love
There's no cleverness here, just certainty. It feels frozen in a moment when love didn't need irony or armor. Listening now, it's almost disarming. It reminds you of believing feelings alone could be enough, and maybe sometimes they really were. Number 5, Always by Atlantic Starr.
It must have been sent from up above, and I know you'll
This song felt like silk curtains and dim lights. Released in 1987, Always floated up the charts and settled into slow dance history without ever forcing itself.
ooh, you're like the sun.
Atlantic Starr blended soft rock and R&B so smoothly that the song felt intimate, like it was meant for just one person in the room. What made it last was restraint. No dramatic peaks, no overwrought moments, just steady devotion.
When you come around, you bring back.
Over time, it became a quiet luxury, the kind of song that sounds better late at night than in the middle of the day. It reminds you of love that doesn't rush or prove itself loudly. If this one takes you back, hit like and subscribe for more nostalgic countdowns, and let the memories keep rolling.
true. Funny how it seems.
Number 4, True by Spandau Ballet.
Always in time, but never in line.
True arrived in 1983, sounding impossibly sincere. It climbed the charts and became a defining slow jam of the decade, pairing smooth synths with raw vulnerability. At a time when cool detachment was everywhere, this song dared to be emotionally exposed.
I wanna take it to the world.
Here's the thing, it could have aged poorly. That level of honesty is risky, but instead, it aged into elegance. The softness feels intentional, not fragile. Listening now, it sounds like someone choosing honesty over image.
Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh,
That choice still resonates. It reminds you of when saying how you felt mattered more than how you looked doing it.
who's gonna come around?
Number 3, Drive by The Cars.
Who's gonna love the ears?
The Cars were known for sleek, cool, which made Drive such a surprise. Released in 1984, it stripped everything back and leaned into concern rather than confidence.
Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
The song climbed the charts quietly, becoming one of the band's most haunting moments. What made it unforgettable was its restraint. No flashy synths, no bravado, just a question hanging in the air.
Who's gonna hold you down?
Over time, it became less about romance and more about care. Listening now, it feels timeless because worry never goes out of style.
Who's gonna come around?
It sounds like watching someone you love drift and wondering how to help without pushing too hard.
Know that I'm a hostage to all his hopes and fears. I just wish I
Number 2, The Living Years by Mike and the Mechanics.
could have told him in the living.
This song carried weight. Released in 1988, it hit number 1 and stopped people mid-sentence when it came on the radio. Unlike most soft rock hits, this one wasn't about romance. It was about regret, distance, and words left unsaid.
You just don't see it. He says it's perfect sense.
As years passed, its impact only deepened. What once felt heavy now feels necessary. It reminds you that time doesn't wait for closure, and silence can be louder than anger.
As you hear.
Listening now, it lands differently, especially if you've lived long enough to wish you'd said more. If this song still hits you, you're not alone, and that shared feeling is powerful.
Oceans apart, day after day.
Number 1, Right Here Waiting by Richard Marx.
I hear your voice on the line.
This song defined 1989 soft rock devotion. Right Here Waiting topped charts worldwide and became the ultimate long-distance love anthem of the decade.
Right here waiting for you.
Richard Marx kept it simple and direct, letting sincerity do all the work. No tricks, no irony, just commitment stretched across miles and unanswered phone calls.
Can't you see it, baby?
What's remarkable is how little it's changed with time. That emotional clarity still lands. It sounds like someone choosing patience over pride and vulnerability over distraction.
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
An era that loved polish, this song survived on honesty alone. Listening now, it feels almost brave in how open it is. It reminds you of believing love could wait and trusting that feeling was enough to hold on to. Soft rock from the 80s didn't try to be clever. It tried to be honest. These songs stayed with us because they showed up during real moments, quiet drives, late nights, and feelings we didn't yet have names for. As time passed, the music didn't shrink. We grew into it. What once felt dramatic now feels familiar, even comforting. And maybe that's the magic. If this countdown brought back memories, hit the like button and subscribe for more nostalgic music deep dives. Drop a comment and tell us which soft rock song still stops you in your tracks when it comes on the radio.